Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over one of the best mob grinding spots I have found in New World. And the enemies at this spot are going to be level 19 and 20, and I mainly use this for leveling up my weapons. It is incredibly good for weapon experience. You can get a weapon that you have never used up to level 10 in around 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how fast you can kill these enemies. But it is also still really good for player experience and farming up some Azoth. And this spot is also very easy to get to because you are given a fast travel point that's right next to it during the main quest line. And that teleporter is Hermit's Shrine, which is right on the border of Windsward and Monarch's Bluff. So what you're going to do, once you get to Hermit's Shrine, you're just going to follow the border up and then go a little bit left up to Fairside Township. And you'll see all this in the video. You can get there within like 30 seconds of coming from the Hermit's Shrine teleporter. And once you get there, all you're going to do is run around the area and gather up all of the enemies and then AoE them all down. And this area has an incredibly high mob density. Most other areas in the game don't have this many mobs this tightly packed together, and you're just going to rinse and repeat that. And there's 3 or 4 separate areas that have really good spots to group up all the enemies and then AoE them all down. And unless there's a few groups of people here, you should never run out of enemies to be grouping up and killing. In some of the footage in this video, there were some other players here, and it still wasn't that big of a deal because there's just so many enemies to group up and they spawn really quickly as well. Since this point of interest is so close together, all the buildings and all the spots are so close together, you could actually bring a few of your friends here and split up your group into separate areas in this point of interest, and you could all be getting shared XP with each other and just grouping up your own sets of enemies and killing them. It's a really good spot solo, but you kind of multiply how good it is if you bring a few extra people and you're all separately grouping up your own enemies and AoEing everything down. And like I mentioned, I mainly use this for leveling up my weapons because no matter what level you are, you can come here, AoE all these enemies down, and it's going to be giving your weapons good XP, especially if you're, say, leveling up a new weapon or trying to get a weapon to level 10 or something like that. It's going to be very good here. It's also pretty good for just general character experience. Now, like I said, the enemies here are level 19 and 20, and in this footage, I'm 27 when I'm farming here, and even while being 27, I got around 25% of a level in 15 to 20 minutes, so that's still pretty decent character XP. And if you're coming here closer to level 20, it's going to be even faster, and around those levels, it'll actually be probably as fast as questing until you start to get a little bit higher level than the enemies here. And past just farming these enemies for experience, there's also a few additional things that this spot is good for farming. So around level 20 is when you're going to start to notice that every few kills, you're going to be getting 10 Azoth. I think it's random, but it does seem to average out to every handful of kills, you'll be getting that chunk of 10 Azoth. And with how many enemies you're killing in this spot, you'll notice that your Azoth is going up very, very quickly. You could easily cap in an hour or a bit under an hour. And that could be going from 0 Azoth all the way up to the cap of 1000. So you get tons of Azoth here. If you're short on Azoth, you can come here and farm these very easily. And then you're also going to be randomly getting the bottles of Azoth that you can just randomly get from killing enemies. And I would recommend saving those, but those do also come in handy when you need some Azoth very quickly. And then the final thing is that you're constantly getting gear drops here. Because you're killing so many enemies, usually every pack you'll at least get 1 gear drop, whether it be a white, a green, or a blue. And even if you're higher level for this spot and none of the gear is actually useful for you to wear, you can still salvage all this gear, get a little bit of gold, but mainly farm up those repair scraps so you never have to worry about repairing your gear. And you can farm up that resource very, very quickly here as well. So that's pretty much all I want to go over with this farm. If you're looking to level up your weapons very quickly, I'd recommend going here and farming up some mobs. So subscribe if you want to see more New World or other MMO videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this mob grinding spot, and thanks for watching.